I'm Elise Johnson. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Cooking with Elise. I'm very excited today because in the blogging community, many of us know each other. It's like a family community. And there are two gals that I've been back and forth with on the computer, and I've been enjoying their website and their story. Here joining me today, Tammy and Alessa. Thank you guys for being here. Give me hugs. Give me hugs. I am so excited. Now we're going to be doing two recipes, and we're going to make one with you, Tammy, and one with you, Alessa. But first, tell me how Carolina Heartstrings started, because I love your website.
Thank you. Well, Tammy and I have been friends for over 20 years. We met and worked together in Florida, and Tammy moved to North Carolina. I moved to South Carolina. We've always stayed in touch, and Tammy approached me last year with a really great idea for a website.
Yeah, we decided we wanted to stay connected more than we were, and we thought doing a blog together would be awesome, so we put our minds together and came up with Carolina
Heartstrings. And you blog about all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, it's not just food and recipes. No. As good as food and recipes are, you blog about other things.
We love the Carolinas. Love them. And their events and activities and what we have available to us in both of the states is just awesome. And we want to spread the word and, you know, get people interested in our state and what we have to offer.
And I talked to you once about your blog, and you had said something to me that I remembered, that you had said something like, at first you all thought that you weren't sure if you were going to have enough content, right? But you said every day there's more than one thing. You said you have to choose what you want to write about, right?
I mean, we post something new every single day, and when I first thought of doing it, I wanted to do one, but I didn't really think I could do it on my own. And that's why I came to Les and I said, oh, we need to do this together.
It's special.
And it's fun.
You guys do it together. It's special too.
Month, but we realized that there's just so much material that we never run out of anything.
Right. Okay. Well, we are going to see you in a bit, and you and I are going to make your scones. Your cranberry apple scones. So we'll see in a minute. Okay.
All right. So
tell us the ingredients in order.
Apples, butter, cinnamon, sugar, and that's cooked up in the pan. And then you, right before you take it off, you add your cranberries.
Okay, so the cranberries don't get mushy. They kind of stay in there a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of want them to stay firm.
Okay.
Just add a little flavor at the end. And then your basic dough recipe is going to be self-rising flour, butter, a little bit of salt, and some milk and egg mixture together. And
you reserve 2 tablespoons of your milk of the ilk. You know what that is? It's milk. Yeah. Milk and egg for your scones to brush later. Yes. Okay. So, all right, I'm ready if you are.
Now we're going to start by putting the butter in.
Want me to turn this up?
Yes.
And our oven, I just heard the oven, so it's preheated.
And you can actually just pour everything in at one time.
Now you said at home when you're using the cookie sheet, you do about 425, right, Tammy?
Yes,
but we thought maybe 400 because it was a baking stone today. So we're going to try it. So between 400 and 425 for the scones.
And you just want to make sure that the whole time you keep it hot and you keep stirring it so that the sugar and the butter don't melt on the bottom.
And then once the apples are tender, you're going to throw your cranberries in, right?
I'll throw the cranberries in just before I take it off.
So the cranberries will soften a bit?
A little bit.
Because cranberries tend to be a little bit hard in a package. These are dried cranberries.
They are. They're dried cranberries.
See, these are the dried cranberries. Could you use pomegranate? You know, have you seen the cranberries with the pomegranate flavor?
You definitely could.
You could do that also?
You could even use blueberries if you wanted to, I would imagine. But I happen to like cranberry and apple together.
Oh, yeah. I've also seen the dried fruit with the apple bits and stuff in them. Have you seen that? I think it's called like fruit bits or something. Have you seen those?
Yes, I have.
That might be a good thing for the fall too. So, but I think you're right. The apple and cranberry will probably be the best choice.
Definitely.
Okay, so we're just going to let this cook down.
Yes.
And then we're going to add our cranberries and let them soften a little bit.
Yes.
And then we'll show them what it looks like, right?
Yes.
Okay. This looks beautiful. It smells amazing.
It smells really good.
And ooh. Doesn't that make you like all warm and fuzzy inside? It makes me want to hug you.
Makes me think of fall.
Oh yeah. So now what are we going to do?
What do we do now? Egg.
Okay, we're going to beat one egg, right?
Egg,
okay.
And we're going to put it
This is so adorable, by the way.
Just a little cute cup.
So cute.
And we're going to put it in with a ½ cup of milk.
Which is right here, right?
Yes, it is.
This is adorable too.
So we'll just stick that in there.
It's my new word for the day.
And really, you're just going to give it a little mix up here.
Okay.
Then what you'll do is just reserve a couple of tablespoons of the liquid for a wash right before it goes into the oven.
Just to brush on the top. Yeah. Okay, and I'll put this aside.
And the rest is going to go...
You want to do your...
Not yet, because, we're going to cut in our 3½ tablespoons of butter first.
Okay.
lips, and I'm just.
And this is, you said, self-rising flour.
It's self-rising flour, so you don't need to add anything else. We will add the salt after we get this butter kind of cut in, so it's a little bit crumbly. It's not
pea size.
Yeah, you make just little pea sizes with it.
If they don't have self-rising flour at home, everybody can use a little baking powder inside.
Yes.
Usually like about a tablespoon to a cup of flour.
And I think it actually says it on the outside of
the bag.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Then you're going to add this to it?
I'm going to put the salt in first.
Put the salt, okay. And that's just a half a teaspoon of kosher, was it?
Yeah, sea salt.
Okay. Is it a fine grain sea salt?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you love how salt brings out the sweetness of everything?
You have to have salt.
Yeah. And in that goes, right? There's a spoon next to you if you want.
Put this in here. I just put it all.
Yum! Oh, this is precious.
It's a dry mixture, so it's not going to be, it's almost going to be crumbly when you get it all mixed up.
Well, I have often found that when people make my scones, they say, you know, I tell them, it's going to feel wet when you touch it. It looks dry, but it's actually quite wet. You want a sticky dough. When you need it, you can add a little more flour. Because like I always say, you can always add, but you can't take away. So once you get it on the board, you're just going to knead it, right?
Yes. Just
Do you need a little bit?
Just a little bit.
You don't want to overwork your flour to make it tough?
You're going to roll it out.
Okay.
I roll it to about 1 inch. That'll give you a thicker scone.
Okay. So instead of kneading it, you're using your spoon to just kind of,
I'm going to mix this up.
Now, does this have to be cooled? Is that going to mess with the butter? Oh, really?
I didn't cool it when I made it the first time. It worked out just fine. Yeah.
This looks amazing. I can't wait to eat these.
And it makes the dough obviously a little bit more sticky.
That's okay. But it looks good. And they can put, I mean, you can put nuts in this if you'd like to. Chopped walnuts, pecans, whatever, right?
You absolutely could.
That looks wonderful.
Make sure that you're getting it throughout all of the dough.
You could even add a little freshly ground nutmeg at this point.
Nutmeg would be really good.
Yeah, a little freshly ground nutmeg.
Or in the pretty sticky because, of course, you added the.
That's going to be a nice dough. Oh, it's going to have that cinnamon flavor and
so
it's going to be so good. Now you know you want to make this at home, right? Okay, so now, can I get you some bench flour? Okay. There we go. You want to put that on? And we got you a little heart cookie cutter for Carolina heartstrings. Then actually, I'm going to come around here and I'm going to put a little bit of flour. It's always good when you're rolling out biscuits or scones to put a little bit of flour on the side because that's what you can use to get your,
And I actually would put
so you need a little bit extra flour,
because it's going to be very sticky.
Oh, yeah. Yum. Oh, so you don't need it at all.
No, we needed it a lot in the bowl with the spoon.
Oh, wow.
So we won't have to.
So we don't have to add more flour to this.
You almost could because it is kind of.
It seems a little bit wet,
It needs it to have a little bit more. So
let's add just a bit. Let's knead a little bit inside.
Yeah, and I think that
you can always add
with your apple mixture. If your apples have a lot of moisture in them,
but that's good to know. If it's a little bit wet, just keep adding.
Yeah, you're just going to add some until you get it a little stiffer.
Yum. That looks good. Smells good. I can tell you that much. A little more. Yeah.
A little bit more, and I think we're good.
How's that?
That's perfect.
Now, that looks beautiful. Can I spray this for you, Tammy?
Yes, just a light.
Just a light spray, just a little bit of cooking, non-cooking, non-sticking cooking. There you go. That looks beautiful. Oh, that looks precious. That looks good. Look at those apples in there and the cranberries. I'm thinking fall.
Are these going to come out well, I hope?
We're going to find out. Keep dipping it in your flour, and that will help you. They are precious. Oh, these look pretty. Aren't they pretty? Look at that. This just makes me happy.
I love scones.
This
anyway,
just makes me happy. You know what I always tell folks? A sticky dough makes for a good biscuit or scone, you know? A sticky dough, right?
Hope so.
This looks beautiful.
I know, they do look good, don't they?
They smell amazing, and I heard the oven go.
Good.
They are going to taste. It's love. You
That's
put all
right.
love into
That's
this,
right.
and it's a heart shape. It has to be good.
Yeah, just for us.
So now here's our 2 tablespoons of reserved milk and egg, right?
So you're just going to brush that. Just kind of gives them a nice little shine when they.
Oh yeah. And you can see that even the cinnamon has colored the dough. You know it's going to taste.
Yeah, you can definitely
so
see the cinnamon
delicious.
And the apples have made
Oh
the dough.
yeah. Now would be a good time to grate the nutmeg. You have a ton of cinnamon. This looks amazing.
You could even sprinkle cinnamon sugar on the top.
You could, but it's just so.
It doesn't really need it.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because this looks amazing. But you know what? That's just how cooks are, though, right?
Yep.
The home cook is always looking at new ways to. Exactly. In the oven, God bless you. We will eat you when you come out. Now, I don't know about you, Shane, but I always start my scones on the top.
I do too.
And then I let it brown a little bit, then I go to the bottom because the top gets nice and brown and the bottom gets nice and crisp on the bottom. You know, just a little bit brown on the bottom. You don't want a raw scone. So I guess we'll clean up.
Yes.
And we'll get the tea on and we'll get ready for have some scones. We'll be right back. I'm happy. Look at this. We have our cranberry apple scones. Tammy?
I hope they're good.
And you've not had them yet?
No, I have not. I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. They look beautiful. And we have our tea and we're going to have a good time. Your mom is here.
Absolutely.
With her English, beautiful English accent.
Thank you.
Okay, you ready? You guys want to try?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the magic of videos. Very good. Very, very good. Delicious. Well, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to make a recipe together. It was so much fun. You did great.
Thank you.
That is delicious. You guys have to try this. Apple butter. Oh, yeah. You've been cooking with Elise. We're going to keep eating. Some tea. What kind of tea would you have? I don't know.